first rates then, and it's pretty quiet as well. 18,745 is where the Nifty is right now. It's quiet for the broader markets as well. As I see on my screens right now, Indian IT, let's pick up from that and let's first see whether there's any rub-off from Accenture numbers or not. Nifty IT, yes, down about 0.2%. TCS just about mildly in the green. Let's see what a Wipro, Infosys, etc. as well are up to. You're not really seeing any knee-jerk or big reaction coming in. At best, just a very mild start for most of the Indian IT names. The cement pack was the one which was really weighed in yesterday. So let's revisit the likes of an India, Cement, Ambuja, Ultratech, etc. Those stocks as well seem to be for pause mode after yesterday's fall. Crude, remember, has seen a sharp overnight decline. Brent is back below $75 per barrel. So let's see what ONGC is up to, what IOC, HPCL as well are up to. And a bit of a negative reaction coming in on IOC as well as HP. That shouldn't have quite been the case. And ONGC, yes, in the red as we speak right now. There's SBI cards. They've come out with their monthly data, and the total spends have been lower by about 2%. Per card spends as well have gone down on a month-on-month basis. 0.5% lower for SBI cards as we speak right now. There's Delivery, there's HCC. Both those stocks have seen block deals yesterday. So let's revisit those stories. Delivery down lower by about almost 2%, wherein Carlyle has sold about 2.5% in this particular stock, and HCC, wherein Asia Opportunities Fund was the seller of that 3% stake yesterday, 2.6% lower for HCC as we speak in today's trading session. By the way, BPCL also is in focus. The board is going to be considering fundraising on June 28th. That's next week. So that's another stock. And Orchid Pharma, which has launched its QIP as well, that too is going to be on our radars. But yeah, very quiet again this Friday, Anisha.
Very, very quiet. Not much to talk about in terms of stock-specific action as well. But just to flag out some movers, Blue Star is actually opened with a gain of 3%. Remember, we were talking about a negative brokerage coming in for Voltas. Not sure if there is any sort of pair trade happening yet out of Voltas into Blue Star, but that's the kind of movement that we're seeing at this point of time. You also have 361, which has been doing quite well for the last many days. Today as well, higher by 4%. We talked about large deals that happened. So Sterling Wilson Solar is in focus on account of that. And Ease My Trip 2 is seeing an uptick of almost 1 to 2%. Losing side, not many names to be honest, but Rainbow, Varun Beverages, Ether Industries, these are some of the stocks which have opened on the back foot. And even the advanced decline ratio is pretty much even Steven. You have the Nifty, which is now threatening to go below the mark of 18,700. So need to monitor that very carefully. In fact, as we speak, it's just around that 18,700 mark. So those life high levels continue to elude the market at this point of time. But let's get the first trades from our chartists as well. Naresh, you go first. What's the trade at the Nifty level and any stock specific recommendation?
So on the Nifty, would still wait for 18,600, 650 to take a buy zone. On the stock specific side, continue to like Tata Chemicals. That's a stock which can break out in the short term.
What about you, Shivangi?
Nifty, we've seen that, there has been some sort of a pause, but 18,666 would be an important level to hold on to over here. On the contrary, I'm liking Asian Paint over here, which is, moving quite positively, and good long build-up can be seen over here. Recommending a buy here with a target of near around 34.20 levels and a stop near 32.20 levels.
Okay, so that's the take coming in. Asian Paints is something that Shivangi recommends at this point of time. Naresh as well as Shivangi, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for joining us.